Yo, what's good, chat? Had a long ass day today. Super ass long, bro. Fucking. I don't even know how, chat. I don't know how, but I fell asleep. And I didn't. Dude, I fell fucking asleep. Still recovering. Oh, that rowdy ass sleep that I got. Damn, chat. So there was no TikTok stream today. I felt guilty, so I had to go live early, as soon as I woke up this morning. Still laying down, still got my blanket over me. So it's a little bit different than what you guys usually get to see. But I felt like it was better. I felt like it was better that I show my face, even if it's just a little bit of my face that y'all can see right now. I don't have no lighting and shit, but the only lighting that I got is my overhead LEDs. But yeah, I'm glad I finally got it to work. It took a little bit for me to give this webcam permission to stream, which kind of gave me a little bit of security. Because if I can't even get the webcam access, that I'm for sure nobody's grabbing that shit without. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I appreciate y'all. Much love to y'all. So I think I wanted to talk about a little bit like what are we gonna talk about today? I feel like what should we talk about today? Because I don't know. I feel like I'm not really equipped, but actually I am. I don't know why I said that. I am. I'm a lot more equipped than a lot of people to talk about love than other people who don't know what it means, who don't know what it should look like at all. So like that's why I do feel like that. Even though I am single, technically, technically I am single. I feel like chat. I got a couple of things to say about this. Like, what are 50 things that I could say, like, about love and what you should look for in your partner so you don't really lose track of your goals and you don't compromise your morals because you want somebody? That's what I think. That's what I think. That's what I should probably talk to you guys about right now. Because I feel like whenever I talk to you guys about something that I'm freshly going through, it hits a little differently because I have some like fresh intel knowledge that can help you guys like with experience, not just hypothetically. Like y'all know love should be uplifting though, right? Y'all know love should be like a feeling of in like upliftingness. It shouldn't be draining you. It shouldn't be making you tired. It shouldn't be fucking you up. It shouldn't be making you worry. It shouldn't be making you none of that. It shouldn't make you stressed. It shouldn't none of that, bro. Not even a little bit. Saying that sometimes the person that you love, like there's things that y'all got to work out. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is the person that you love, like romantically, you shouldn't feel like it is a draining energy going through that person. They got to fill your cup up instead of the opposite, taking everything you get. You know what I mean? And you got to learn to know whether somebody is pouring into your cup or taking everything your cup has. That's just me being honest, bro. You got to learn that. And I feel like it's not that hard thing to learn. Like, just how do you feel about this person? How do you feel like? How do you feel like they're adding to your load of focus? Your feel like they're adding, or if they are adding at all, are they adding enough? Are they adding enough value? Are they are they adding enough value, or are they taking a lot of value and not giving it back? Is it a like seesaw action where you give a lot of value and then they give a lot of value, or is it like they you give a lot of value and then somebody else is trying to like um catch up to you in the value that they bring? I feel like the value cycle between the two of you should be high, not just having somebody to hold. That's what I think. Like, it empowers you. Like, if you truly love somebody, it empowers you instead of like lowers you down. It empowers you to be your best self, not just someone else's version of you, not just what they want you to be. It kind of helps you become a better version of yourself. You see what I'm saying? Once you're a better version of yourself, like that's next level. It's like what your version of you, then your next version of you feels like, and only you can really know what that feels like because you know what your goals and specifics are. But it should be like exact, you know. It's like hashtag relationships, hashtag love, hashtag morals, hashtag real talk. So like if you guys are able to see yourself grow with a person, I think that's a good relationship. But if you're a little bit worried about where it's going, I feel like you should talk to that person, see why that is. Because I feel like technically you guys could possibly be going in a direction where you don't know and you're unsure, right? And stuff like that. But like if you govern with each other, have kind of a counsel for y'all's feelings, then things could probably still go good if you guys actually have those deep conversations and you guys know what you guys need for each other. That's something that I noticed. You have that like know when to be serious and know when to have fun kind of energy. Like that's something that I see as very sexy. And like even if you are like a really fun loving person who likes to have fun and likes to joke around, I feel like there's even a time and space for that person to have those conversations where they know you're being serious. That's what I'm thinking. Actually, I know it. I've seen that before too. So that's just like because there's nothing that's more like what's the word? There's nothing that's more what's the word for it? Like what's the word? Like there's nothing more like unattractive than somebody who can't take your feelings serious. Oh, I hate that. I don't hate it. I just strongly dislike it. Because if I'm willing to bring you some type of emotional value here, there's no reason why you should be laughing, joke about it. There's no reason why you should not be able to have that like kind of emotional intelligence about it. I don't know how many much more I'm gonna do of these, y'all. Um, I just thought it might be different to switch up the topic from motivation to like relationships because I know a lot of times people's love life messes up their motivation. So I'm kind of like tying it back together. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you still need to get your goals done. Your goals are only going to get done if you do something about them. It's the only way. It's the only way. And you got to be with somebody who's willing to grow with you. Like I feel like it's okay if somebody doesn't really like know as much as you, even though it helps to have somebody who knows a little bit more than you. But everybody has their own realms and sectors of knowledge. So just get with somebody who has some type of knowledge. Get with somebody who has some type of like go forth, like some type of value to bring to the table, man. They don't have to have like tons of money or something like that. They just gotta have the drive enough to show you that they care about you. That's the real that's the real deal right there, man. If they can show you that they care about you, then I feel like you could possibly do that. It could possibly like you could possibly make that work. But that's just me speaking from the heart a little bit. But like remember, you gotta govern because I feel like the person you're in a relationship with affects more things than you actually would expect it to. Like it affects way more things than you would expect it to. They'll pick somebody who's going to be your best self, somebody who's gonna push you to go to that next level that you know you can get to, that you know that you can like, you know that you can reach. You might as well get with somebody who's gonna push you past your known limits. Not with somebody who's gonna try to like make you settle for something. Like not with somebody who's just trying to go along for the ride. Not with somebody who's those are the worst. Those are the worst, chat. Trying to take your resources And the worst is whenever they try to take your resources and they try to make it look like they're trying to build with you. Those are the worst. So just reevaluate what you guys got. Make sure you guys got the best that you can get, and don't ever think this is the best you could ever get. You could always get better. You can always get more. You can always get more things that are aligned, more people that are aligned with you. Never have that lack mentality. Never feel like this is the best that it's gonna get. There's always a way. There's always a way to get better. Always. And I'm talking about that's going talking about relationships, business, uh, financial. That's with everything. Always believe in yourself. Don't let others really tell you this is the best you're gonna get. Because love is a partnership, not a competition. Y'all should not be competing with each other. A lot of times I see partners competing with each other, and that goes with friendships too. Like a friendship relationship, like y'all should not be competing with each other. Y'all should be helping each other feel more inclined to go for your goals. Y'all should be helping each other with their goals, being like, hey, I saw this and I feel like excuse me, I feel like this would help you a lot, so I brought you this. That's like a really good friendship. And no, they don't have to bring you physical things, but it just shows that they care about you on a deeper level when they bring you something from their world and want to bring it to yours, that they think that it's going to help you. Not now watch this, not just something they're not using. Sometimes people, like some friends, they'll try to manipulate that. They'll like be like, look, I saw this could help you, but really it was, I didn't have any use for this anymore, so take this. This is kind of like the leftovers from my house. So no, that's not the same. That's not the same, because it's different whenever you could have used that for yourself, but you brought it to somebody else who could use it more. Way, way different. You see how this conversation is a little bit deeper, a little bit more detailed, because I'm using it from my experience. Each one of these points, like I could drag on for a long time. But look, real love does not require sacrifice your identity and your values. You see what I'm saying? Now they may make you reevaluate your values. They may make you look in the mirror and see, like, look, is this really something you value, or is something that you just do out of habit, or something that you just do that's about is trying to pull you down? At the end of the day, like, that's a huge difference from somebody trying to change who you are. Huge difference. Because if you have your values and sometimes you go against your own values, but you don't even notice it, and your relationship partner reminds you of them, like, that's a good relationship partner. Ugh. That's a good relationship partner, because they're not gonna watch you self-sabotage. A lot of times, some, like, bad relationship partners will not only help you, like, they'll not only watch you self-sabotage, they'll help you sabotage. So you got to watch out for them. You got to watch out very, very closely for that. Very closely. Learn the difference. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to learn the difference, bro. Like a good amount of time. And remember, you should never have to dim your light for somebody else to feel brighter. Never, never, never that. Because everybody can shine. Everybody can do well. Everybody can do good. Everybody can, all of that, man. Everybody can shine and do well, and you know what I mean? You shouldn't have to lower what just to make them feel better. You see what I'm saying? You guys should be elevating both. Y'all both should be elevating. This goes for relationships and friendships. Y'all should both be elevating at a good rate. You're just like doing nothing but going up. Hopefully that makes sense to y'all. If y'all have any questions, y'all can DM me. Y'all have any questions on what I said, y'all can DM me on Instagram, Tosa Digital 44, or on TikTok, it's Tosa 44. I don't know why YouTube doesn't have a DM. That would make it so much. That would make YouTube the powerhouse. Like, it's already the powerhouse, but I feel like if YouTube had a DM or even like some type of like email lookalike service, that would be crazy. That's a lot of money on the table if you think about it. But they have YouTube have little links to their emails and this and that. So I guess that's working, but imagine if message this YouTube channel who has this brand could just directly email you. Cuz like not everybody's going to want to put a comment on your video cuz it's open for everybody to see. Cuz like think about it, if you send a comment to somebody and say, "Hey, I want you to do this." That's open for everybody to see. Not they might not want everybody to see what they have specifically for that one person. They might, you know what I mean? Offers are changed for the different types of people and shit that they got. So that y'all YouTube, y'all should think about that. Y'all should think about that, YouTube. But look, like here's another one. This is kind of deep though. True love is based on respect, not control. Ooh, that one hit. A lot of times like people are used to control, so they just kind of go towards it. But like true love is not a that's not what it's about, you know what I mean? You don't have to control somebody to love them or to have them love you. You don't have to be in control. Sometimes you can let that control just kind of flow. Let them have self-control. Love them enough to have self-control and then trust them to use that wisely. That's what true love is really about, because you shouldn't have to worry about what they're doing with their self-control, whether they have self-control. If they don't have self-control, then you should kind of like divvy away from them a little bit. See what I'm saying? Because somebody who doesn't have self-control, they can do anything. They can do anything that goes against your morals, and you shouldn't be with somebody like that. Maybe giving you advice while I'm laying on the couch, but it's 5 in the morning, bro. I already told the story. I freaking got some sleep and ended up being the rest of my day. But look, we're up early. We back on the grind. We're focused. We're not stopping, bro. We're providing value to the people, man. Remember, guys, y'all should never have to dim your light to make somebody else feel brighter. And it should feel like a safe space where you guys can share whatever with each other, whatever you, not even what you want to, what you need to sometimes. Because sometimes it's what you need to share. It's what you need to share with people, bro. Not what you want to share. Because sometimes God will tell you to share things with your partner because it is some things that conquer you currently. And once you share that with your partner, It'll be something that kind of like they can check back with you on it. You see what I'm saying? So that it no longer can conquer you anymore. Because it's different whenever there's a physical that holds you accountable to what once had conquered you, but no longer does anymore. That's a whole different deal. Completely different. But hopefully you guys got some type of value out of that. Hopefully you guys were able to understand what I mean by that. Also, this is an important one. Look, love is like a good way for you to listen. It's a good, like, you can tell if somebody loves you if they listen. If they don't fucking listen, bro, they don't love you. Because those two have to like coincide together. If you don't listen to somebody, they don't love you. If they don't want to learn about you, they don't love you. You see what I'm saying? Now, a lot of times, sometimes they got to learn to love themselves, right? And it's kind of harder to love yourself whenever you're with somebody else because you're like, why would I love myself when there's a person right here? I can just love them. But no, it's hard work to love yourself. It takes time to love yourself, time and consistency. Because it takes one situation to take all that self love that you had for yourself away. So that's what I mean by consistency. You got to be show up for yourself in a way that you love. That's self love. Instead of just showing up for somebody else. Damn, we're getting deep on this one. This may be just a fucking laying down couch live. But bro, this one's getting deep. Like always like always consider what a relationship is doing to you. Cuz you may be with somebody who you do love, you have love for, but you may not be ready for a relationship. That one's deep right there. You may not be ready for a relationship because a relationship is a commitment to your time, effort, and energy. Time, effort, energy, like your like spiritually, your soul, everything. It takes all of that. So that's why you got to really make sure that you are willing to pretty much settle down with somebody. Kind of like give your all to somebody if you're willing to be in a relationship. And if you're not willing to do that while you're in a relationship, you're wasting that person's time. And time's the most valuable thing anybody could have. So no, don't waste nobody's time. Don't waste your own time. Because that's also time that you could spend on yourself, bettering yourself, by yourself, for yourself. So whenever that person does come, you're actually ready for them. You're actually ready for them. You see what I'm saying? Love is not jealous. Love is not jealous. Love is nurturing and it helps you build. Sometimes it's painful, but it's only painful because you're gaining something in return. And you never really gain much without putting a little bit of work in that hurts sometimes. If you feel me, you feel me. If you feel me, you definitely feel what I just said right now. But nah, really, love should be a safe space where you feel safe to share deep and intimate moments that you've been through and what you're going through right now, and what you've gone through in the past, even. And if it's somebody that truly loves you, they're not gonna hold that against you. They're not gonna hold your past against you. They're just going to help you either see that wasn't a good situation that you need to ever go back to, or just help you evolve so that you know that. Does that make sense, y'all? Hopefully that makes sense, y'all. Hopefully that makes some sense, y'all. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense, y'all. But remember, guys, don't dim your light for somebody else. Don't don't try to be somebody you're not. Don't try to don't try to impress somebody that don't try to impress somebody that isn't for you. Don't try to impress anybody, period, honestly. And impress yourself. Impress yourself with how much you've improved. But all right, guys. I appreciate y'all. Much love to y'all. Until next time, peace. Or should I leave? Or should I leave? Maybe I should. Cause I kind of want to start putting a thumbnail on my live streams. Let me do that right quick. Create a cartoon thumbnail of a black young black man on the couch with overhead LED lights going live on his laptop with hearts around him because he's talking about love and relationships and morals. He has a do rag with dreads coming out of it. And in the background, it says Live with Tosa. I'm not logged in, chat. This is something I feel like I should do in the beginning of the live. I'm still learning, chat. Create a cartoon photo of a young black man laying down on the couch with a blanket over him with LED lights over him, going live on his laptop with lights behind him saying live with Tosa. Hearts around him because he's talking about love and relationships. In a do-rag with dreads coming out of him. My bad, guys. Getting a little bit behind the scenes here, I guess, right? Behind the scenes. But look, in the meantime, trust your instincts, bro. Trust your intuition. Your intuition is not going to be wrong. It's not going to steer you wrong. Your intuition is God. Your intuition is God telling you what you need. Your intuition is God showing you what you need. So don't doubt your intuition, bro. Just like doubting God, and that's just a really big mistake, man. Huge mistake. Huge mistake to doubt your intuition, man. It can steer you the right way almost damn near every time, bro. And if it steered you the wrong way, that means you're not in tune with it. You're not in a mindset and spirit set, I should say, to follow it without what's the word? Without illusions. Hey, sometimes that takes too. All the journey, y'all. It's a process. It's an actual process. You gotta trust the process. A lot of times that I didn't get the results I was trust the process, guys. So learn from my mistake. Be willing to trust the process. Oh, goodness. Chat. Y'all are probably gonna tap in. Y'all are probably gonna tap in because this image right here, this image goes hard. This image goes hard. Yeah. It's not the right metrics. Metrics to have. It'll be all right. Next time I will. Next time I will. But gosh, until next time. Hopefully, you guys got some good value from this. Basically, I was just talking about having a good mindset, having a good mind frame when it comes to love relationships. Just because you love them to tear you down, don't let somebody just because you love them change who you are and your identity in a bad way, man. Be around the people who actually are willing and able to change you. Well, not even change you, change with you, grow with you, be with you in a way that just helps you evolve. You got to be willing to like make that. You got to be willing to like have that. And that sometimes that takes effort. Sometimes that takes time. Sometimes that takes um dedication. Sometimes that takes consistency. Sometimes it takes patience. Sometimes it takes understanding. Important, y'all. That's really important. People try to rush things, especially when it comes to relationships. Do what feels natural to you. Do what feels good for you to do. And the best thing about it is if it's somebody who really cares about you, you're cool to backpedal. You're cool to go back and know, you know what I mean? So just stay focused and bro, stay positive. Make sure they add, make sure they pour, kind of recapping what we talked about. Make sure they pour more than they take from you. Make sure that that's really important. Make sure they pour into you more than they take from you. And it's an even uh, back and forth. Make sure that it's not a competition with y'all's relationship, friendships or relationships. You guys are not competing for who can love each other the most. You guys are not competing who can be the best friend. You guys are not competing who can reach their goals the fastest. Y'all are growing together, and that's just the best way. Get with somebody you can grow with, not somebody you can go with. Because a lot of times people see somebody doing great and they just want to hitch on to that. And really, it would help them both if they were both having something that they could do. If they both had something that they're striving for. If they both had something that they were grinding for. Because it helps you immensely. Helps you immensely at being around somebody who's productive. If you're a productive type person, you're like, damn, I need to get on my shit too. Damn, I need to focus on my shit as well. Believe in yourself, y'all. Get around other people who believe in you as well. Get around other people who want to see you get around other people who they don't settle for where you're at right now. for who you are right now. They're happy for who you are right now, but they don't want to settle for who you are right now. They know you're evolving. They know that you're going somewhere different, and they remind you of that. Go with somebody like that. And I know what you're all thinking. Does that exist? Yes, it does exist. I do know that the dating game is somewhat cooked, but that's only if you think it is. It's all a mindset game. There's tons of great people out here still who want exactly what you want, and they don't even just want that, they want it with you. So stay focused, man. Stay positive. Your top person will come. Make sure y'all follow up. I appreciate every single one of y'all. This was a little bit of a out there live. So I'm usually live around 9 p.m., but I freaking crashed today. I don't know what happened. I needed the energy, I guess. And woke up now at 5 and just went live immediately. So I felt bad. I was like, my people need me. So hopefully y'all I know y'all gained some type of knowledge from that. I know y'all did. No, hopefully. There ain't no hopefully over here, bro. I know y'all did. But make sure y'all do something with it. Stay positive, stay focused. Stay showing yourself love. Never quit, bro. Keep going and believe in yourself. Till next time, peace.